Hello everyone, hope all of you are fine. Right now I am at platform number 5 of Kacheguda railway station, and this is the second journey of me and my son together. And from Hyderabad we are going towards Manmad in Ajanta Express. Interesting is, on either of the side there is Ajanta Express, actually not the exactly Ajanta Express, but this train has rake sharing with Kacheguda Mysore Express. So on the left hand side of me, that is on platform number 3, there is a Mysore bound Kacheguda Mysore Express, and on platform number 5 it is Ajanta Express. So just don't get confused. If in case you come and you see both the trains are standing on the platform, make sure to check what platform your train is assigned to. And one quick information I would like to share. If in case you're going by Ajanta Express, your locomotive will be close to the AC class, and if in case you're going by the Kacheguda Mysore Express, then your locomotive will be close to the sleeper class. So that would be easy to identify. Although the coach composition might change, because soon this particular train is going to get LHB coaches, and I think it might have already got it while you are watching the video, because it was scheduled to be allotted new LHB coaches in January 2025. So I'm not sure whether it has really happened or not, but we are traveling in the old ICF coaches. So let's see how the journey would be. I'll share all the details. It would be interesting to see when Jalna Mumbai Vande Bharat Express will be overtaking our train, because that train has a scheduled arrival at Manmad earlier than us. Yeah, we have after that particular train. That is Vande Bharat Express. And let's see which is the locomotive of our train, following which we'll come back. The doors are still locked. It is still not open. Slowly and steadily, Indian Railways is transforming towards Vande Bharat classes and towards LHB coaches. And these old ICF coaches soon would be history once upon a time, kind of. First, let's head towards the front of the train and let's see which is the locomotive of our train. Loco.
Nizamabad demo passenger platform क्रमांक 1 पर खड़ा है. Train number 07594 Kacheguda Nizamabad demo passenger on platform number 1. ఇక్కడ అడ్వర్టైజ్మెంట్ చేయడానికి కాంటాక్ట్ యూట్యూబ్ వీడియో కాల్ లేదా వాట్సాప్ 9170757757 మరొకండి 91707577. India's largest railway audio advertising company.
Loco Children's Hospital and Berkshire, your favorite and most trusted hospital for children and women care. Loco Children's Hospital and Berkshire, now in the Hyderabad, from
8. So that was our train's delayed departure from Kacheguda railway station, which was kind of expected because this train is not a super fast category of train, and this train has a lot of time. And my son is disappointed right at the start that why this train takes so much of time. Well, that's how the timetable has been always. I hope in future years they optimize it. I think some part of the section of this particular train, that means the route is like single line also. But all those things, major part of the journey happens to fall in night itself. So it is a good option, like an overnight train if in case you're going till Manmad. So yeah, it is a good option from Hyderabad to Manmad. If in case you want to go to any other place like Nasik also, then also from Manmad it is not too difficult. You have many trains which stops at Manmad and that can drop you at Nasik within a couple of hours or hour time. So yeah, there are options, and it could be a very nice option if in case you want to even travel from Hyderabad to Nasik. Now, in terms of food, the very first and most important option I would recommend is get your own food. That's the best thing. This route is something which I am exploring for the first time, and most part is in night. I'm not even sure which place would be having proper online food, and this particular train, well, you can't expect what they would be providing and how it would be. So, best is if you're coming from Hyderabad or anywhere, then get your own food, whether it is from home, office, or wherever you're coming from. And tomorrow morning you would be reaching. So I think for breakfast, if you want to keep some snacks, then it's fine. Otherwise, by 8, I think we should be at Manmad. We'll find out that also. Sometimes I've seen this train to even reach Manmad before time. So that would be interesting to see. First, let me show you the first stop, which is not too far. I think 8 kilometers from Kacheguda. So we'll see that. Following which also is a stop close by. I think around like 10 kilometers or so from that particular stop. So the frequency of stops, so like for first 2 stations or 3 stations, is not too far. So I'll share those also, and I'll share all the stops till the time I am awake. I have my own food, so I have planned like after seeing the first 3 stops, then we are going to have some food. So let's see when we reach our first stop for this Ajanta Express. So I came to my seat, and actually my seat is other one, and I came here because this was empty. So I thought I'll show you the coach layout. This would be a nice memory because in future this would be an LHB train, and maybe if in case you are planning to travel, you might be traveling in LHB coaches. But this could be like a nice information, like how in past Ajanta Express coach layout was in 3AC. So as you can see, there is a big mirror over there. There are 2 charging points. Those are the buttons, and there are 4 bottle holders in the form of net, and there is the AC vent. Bedding is kept on the top, pillow is also there, and that is the blanket. And on the side there is 1 charging point and a vent, and yeah, nothing on the top. There is the bottle holder in the form of net, and that's the hook.
మన్మాడ్ జంక్షన్ వెళ్ళవలసిన అజంతా ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ 2వ నంబరు ప్లాట్ఫామ్ నందు
So those were the three stops which we have seen right now for our train. And initially the run was not good, but after that it was quite good. And in this winter night and the coolness outside, it is very difficult to even take any particular skip. And it is very dark and the stations are not having that much of light. So yeah, there was nothing much as to show about the skips. So after this particular last stop, we have two more stops and then we should be reaching Nizamabad if I'm not wrong. And Nizamabad is a very important station and I think many people will be boarding there. My plan is to now have the dinner early because I'm planning to show the overtake of Vande Bharat Express, and for that I have to get up early and make sure that I try to capture it as much as possible, and I should be possibly capturing it early morning because that train generally overtakes around like 6:30 or so. So I am planning to have my meal early and possibly sleep at Nizamabad. So let's see when that happens, and following which we will see in the morning whether I can show you the overtake with Vande Bharat Express or not. Right now, let's check out the arrival and or the departure of the stops which we have before we reach Nizamabad. So I've completed with my dinner, and the train was stranded at Dichpalli, a station just before Nizamabad junction for more than 15-20 minutes, and that was because a freight had to do the crossing, and this section is actually single line. So yeah, a lot of places, if in case some train is approaching, then the other train has to stop, and it is quite dark, so I cannot gauge like where it is single line and where it is not. And the wind is very cool. So yeah, everything is done from my end. That is like the bedding is ready, the meal is done. And if in case you have not taken any meal from Hyderabad, then Nizamabad could be an option, but I would recommend wherever you're coming from, get your own meal, because on board there is one person who is selling, which I don't know any kind of like authority or reliability about that particular vendor. I think he is a local vendor who is selling it. So yeah, even if you complain, I'm not sure what would happen. So avoid that, just get food from wherever you can. Now I'll show you the Nizamabad arrival, and following which I'll take some rest, and then in the morning I'll try and share with you the Vande Bharat overtake, which definitely happens, but let me see if I can capture that or not. So stay tuned for next few minutes, and then I'll also share in the morning how the punctuality is. I think it should be on time, even though we are delayed quite significantly right now, because during the final stops, just 25 kilometers, this train is allotted 1 hour time, so it can cover up a lot of time. So we'll see the punctuality also in the morning, along with whatever I can share with you with respect to Ajanta Express journey. So that was a fantastic overtake by Vande Bharat Express, and our train stops a lot, and it was really a kind of a journey which I would say not that up to the mark in terms of running, instead very much below par, because due to the single line section, a lot of places the train stops and it is stopping for unscheduled, for clearance, for letting the train pass by. At Nagarsoil, where we are right now, where we saw the Vande Bharat Express overtaking us, we reached here before time, and I think we are going to depart now, which will be a little bit delayed. That's not a big issue because the timing allotted for this particular train is too much for reaching at Manmad. So I think we could be in for a before time arrival also at Manmad junction. But due to single line, you would have seen while the overtake was happening, another passenger train was also waiting. So the departure from Nagarsoil has happened. Now let me show you the departure of a train, and following which I'll show you the Manmad arrival, and I'll quickly summarize the journey also after reaching Manmad, how the overall experience is. So that was our journey in Ajanta Express. We reached here before time as expected, and yeah, that was something which I think would happen, and it did happen. Overall, the journey was fine, and I'll quickly summarize and give you the review how the journey was. And in terms of comfort, it was fine, no problem with that, but the cooling was a little bit too much for our coach. And in terms of cleanliness, that was also very well maintained. It wasn't like too many passengers, so it was quite clean, especially the washroom. No smell, nothing like that. And for food, I have shared, like, you get whatever food you want from wherever you are coming. That would be the best thing to do with this train. Punctuality in between stations can go for a toss, but for Manmad, it would be either before time, like how it has been in my journey, or if it could be a little bit late, then also it could be on time also. So that was my overall journey experience. If you still have any questions, queries or suggestions, feel free to ask through the comment section. I'm also on Instagram. You can follow me there and you can ask me questions there also. Thanks a lot for watching the video. Travel safe, take care, and always be happy. Goodbye for now.